Do not pour your financial gold down the drain. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Change money. When we think of the idiom, the expression to pour something down the drain or something going down the drain, it's a wasted resource. Something my dad used to always say, I just remembered this now, that having a boat was just like pouring your money right into the water. You might as well just go down to the river and throw your money into the river if you're going to own a boat. And so we seldom had boats throughout our lifetime, but he didn't believe in boats because they were just an unnecessary expense in his estimation. And I would tend to agree, unless, you love being on the water, which I like being on the water, so I actually like boats. And he had boats. Don't get me wrong, he had pontoon boats that the family would all go out on and things like that. So our idiom for Supersize Your Business today, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome today, 2121. It's a lot of episodes, isn't it? But it's my way of documenting my journey for other people to learn from, because guess what? I've learned over the years that it's a lot easier to learn from others' mistakes than figuring out how to make all the mistakes on my own. And guess what? There's plenty of mistakes to go around. We get to make them. We get to figure out our own mistakes. But if I can avoid some, and if I can help you to avoid some, I feel like we're spending time together wisely. So to pour money down the drain, to waste resources, and try to figure out everything yourself, that's pouring money down the drain. It's a lesson I learned the hard way. I used to never ask for help, and I realized that people want to help you, especially successful people that have gone before. If you're willing to do and be coachable and learn and actually take action on the things that they share with you and teach you, because nobody wants to waste their time and energy, especially people that have been through all the trenches themselves. Don't want to waste their time and energy giving you advice, showing you something, teaching you a strategy or something, only to have you never even try or implement it. Lots of coaches get frustrated because so many people don't do their program. But the truth is, only 3% of people are really ambitious and will take self-starter action. And it seems like every coach and every person on the planet is looking for the same 3% of people. It's the same 3% of the world. And so maybe we don't target just that 3%. We target right below that 3%. It's up to you to decide. So we talked about 7 different ways to stop just wasting money, particularly with respect to our businesses and pouring money down the drain. And then I talked about the 9 areas that we most often waste money and resources in as business owners. And I've been guilty of a lot of these, right? Over the years, I've learned that some things that we invest in are just a bust, no matter how many times we tweak and try to make them work. Some people we invest our energy and our time, our resources into don't want to achieve things as much as we do, and that's okay. We're all on our own journey. So we talked about those areas as well. You can catch that in Supersize Your Business, one of my pages on Facebook for free. Then we went through and we were talking about, we're doing a summary of each of the different 9 life framework areas for Get Your Goals annual challenge to this week. We started last weekend and we're going through this coming weekend because there's 9 areas, so 7, 8, 9. We needed to use a couple of weekend days on either end. So we're doing 2 weekends, and then during the week, we're talking about each one of these areas and aspects of our life. The same life framework that I've used. Actually, this life framework, I've used 7 of the 9 areas since the 1980s. I learned them from Jim Rohn originally and Tony Robbins back in my early career, in my early days. Now I'm in my late days. In my early days, I had the 7-part framework, and then I added confidence and communication following the pandemic because I needed a little pick-me-up and boost and some things that I wanted to work on. So I took some coaching and got some coaching in those areas, and I like to take in what I learn. I like to share. One of the fastest ways to really learn and internalize something is to teach it to other people. Known that for a long time, but thank you, Steve Larson. If you know who Steve Larson is from ClickFunnels, he's not in ClickFunnels anymore. He's the OfferMind guy. I call him the offer guy. I've known him for years now, since I came online as part of ClickFunnels. He was with ClickFunnels when I was in the certification program back in 2017. He always says, and I love this, the fastest way to learn something is to teach someone else. I think that's why professors are so smart, right? They teach things over and over and over again, whether they're applying them in their lives or not. The best professors, the best educators, the best teachers, trainers, and coaches are people that actually do the things they talk about, do the things they encourage you to do, and are continually learning and growing and sharing additional information. So we talked about that today. We covered financial area. We're doing a quick summary of everything we talked about for the month. We covered each one of these areas for an entire month this year as part of the annual challenge. And so in June, we talked about every day a financial topic. We did the SOAP framework. We do that every month. And we do our 7-step goal getting process that we identified in January. We spent the whole month of January looking at different frameworks and all kinds of things around the whole area and topic of goals and goal setting. And we looked at different frameworks, and then we picked and chose pieces that we liked the best from them and made them our own process that we applied now to each of the different areas of the life framework. So today we talked about financial, and just like my spiritual goal, I realized that I had not been keeping up with this specific financial goal that I set as part of the challenge. Of course, I'm keeping on track of all my other normal financial goals, but I let this one slide by not implementing it. Again, May and June were super duper tough months for my family personally. And so we had a lot of stuff going on that impacted all of us in ways that we hadn't anticipated. Kind of like the COVID pandemic, right? We didn't anticipate that. And I know, and I'm perfectly aware that things are going to happen all the time. But when I'm doing an annual challenge, it's my way of holding myself accountable. So I'm combining my spiritual, my financial, and my contribution goal all into one so that I can make the most progress toward that at the end of this year, by the end of this year and into next year. All right, that's all I've got. Any questions, hit me up. You can always reach me at pajamagramma@gmail.com. That's my Voxer handle. Or I would say please don't find my email and email me. I used to share it, but I never check my email because I have visual challenges, and so it's a really hard way to reach me. I can text my phone number if you have my phone number, but again, hard for me to read texts without my giant magnifying glass, and it's not always with me. I need to pick up a couple more of these. I think I got it at Barnes and Noble. Actually, this one was a gift from my great niece from Barnes and Noble because she's just sweet. She's like, Aunt Sherry can't see. Let's give her this giant magnifying glass. It helps a little, right? It makes it so I can at least kind of decipher my notes that I've written the day before. All right, that's it. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and please ask. Don't be like me, just ask. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.